After many, many long years, John Kotora has come back to the CUTV studios, this time to be the special guest host for Match Play this week, and should be a good show. Our combatants this week, Will Moore to my right, Scott Majesky to my left. Gentlemen, we'll get right into it and hold no back. I want the A game here today from both of you. First topic, men's basketball. Rock solid win for the Vulcans, or just an aberration of what's to come for the rest of the season?
Well, it's confusing because I've had this mixed emotions as to how California fares or how they are as a team all season. One night they come out and they beat Bowie State and they tromp them at number 15 in the country. The next week they're struggling to pick up wins against, bottom of the barrel teams. I don't know where this team stands. I still want to think they can make a playoff push.
Scott Majesky.
Yeah, well, I actually agree 100% with that because remember a couple Wednesdays ago, California beat Clarion in a really close game. Then they come in that Saturday following game against Edinburgh, and Edinburgh was 2-5 that time. California was up there in the playoff hunt, and then they kind of failed to beat Edinburgh in a close game, but they should have won it. And then Wednesday night, you see them beat Slippery Rock. Well, are we going to see them beat Gannon, a team they can beat, or are we going to see California, the team that gets all hyped but then doesn't come out and show it in their next coming games?
It's going to come down to this game at Clarion is going to be the one I think that defines this season and how it's going to go because Clarion currently sits in that fourth playoff spot. California's got the same record as them, but they have to beat them on Wednesday night. And I feel like this team has the ingredients to do that because they've got great shooters from behind the arc like Rashad Hatton, Quentin Harding. Chad Tipton's been great from behind the three-point line. Yes, and then you've got the big man presence of Steve Swick. This team has the ingredients to be good.
Good stuff all around, gentlemen. Good stuff so far. We'll see how the scoring plays out, though. I'm not like these other guys here. It's a tough curve you got to deal with here today. But sticking with basketball, Kayla Smith, all-time leading rebounder in California women's basketball history, surpassing Sarah McKinney.
A very impressive job by Kayla Smith to do this. 1,205 career rebounds, set that the other night. Passing Sarah McKinney, Brooke Williams there at third. That's elite category. That's like Hall of Fame numbers here for Kayla Smith. Very impressive. She's been great her entire career. I don't remember her having any bad stretch. She's just been rock solid. I hate to use that phrase again already in this episode, but that's how she's been clear through her career after her freshman year. It's just been solid all the way through.
Well, it credits her work ethic for all her 4 years here at college and through high school and everything. And if you're a high school player watching or even a middle school player watching, just watch Kayla Smith play. She's a great work ethic. She has great she gives 110% out there every single game, every single play. We see it all the time. You can watch any CUTV game. She just goes out there and plays her hardest. Her low post moves are just great. And she makes her she's 5'11". That's not that big of a height, even though in women's basketball. But she has those good low post positioning where she can get herself under the hoop and get those good rebounds.
Yeah. Continuing talking about CUTV, I run camera 3 for a lot of our coverage, which is down on the sideline. So I get to be up close and I get to see exactly what's going on the floor. And you can see what I really enjoy is that she is such a leader of that team. You see someone make a mistake, one of the freshmen, perhaps like Antonenko out there, still kind of getting the feel for the college game. And you see Kayla Smith, when she comes back to the bench, she'll go over and she'll talk to her. She'll tell her exactly what she needs to do better. She's just a leader and a class act for California basketball.
Yeah, real quick, if I could add, Ellen Antonenko learning a lot from Kayla Smith this year. I've seen her grow as a player. Ellen Antonenko's learned from Kayla Smith.
Just a long line of dominant women's basketball players continues the tradition here at California. But we'll change topics a little bit here now. Fitting with the weather, we're going to talk softball right now.
The softball team, they are always a perennial team to win everything. I mean, they've had a couple national championships in the past, and this season, the sky's the limit for this team. They're already ranked right up there. They're up in the top 25 to start the season, and this team, they look really good, really good.
Yeah, they're coming off their second division title in California. Ranked number 1 to finish in the PSAC West with 5 first-place votes. Mercyhurst coming second there, then Edinburgh, and then Gannon and Slippery Rock both tied for 4th. I mean, when you finished 15-1 last year in the PSAC West, I mean, you better be mentioned as the #1 team coming in the preseason with a lot of players returning.
Yeah, I think another piece of this puzzle is going to be the pitching and how good the pitching is. But I'm pretty sure the pitching is going to be great because they're returning Maria Greco, who's one of the best last season, and she's only going to continue to get better.
Mm-hmm. And Kayla Smith also, we just mentioned her. She's a new addition to that softball squad.
Yeah, we're still not sure exactly where she's going to fit into this
Most
lineup.
likely DH,
That's
we would
that's
think.
what we're kind of thinking
Yeah.
around the studio
Yeah.
here, anyways. Because it's just rumors at this point. We haven't seen any action. But if she brings that kind of power that she brings to the basketball court, to the softball team, phew, look out.
Yeah, that leadership of Kayla Smith will be huge in the spring.
Interesting. I was not aware of that development that she was playing softball this season. So you have to keep me informed how that goes, gentlemen. But last topic for this first segment of Match Play, and this is where you could win it or lose it. I'm just telling you right now, give you a heads up. Fan topic, Hamer Hall memories. Will Moore, start with you.
Well, I'm just going to be the sucker here and say that I'm just going to enjoy the atmosphere of doing CUTV shoots there, just because it's just so much of my time on this campus is spent doing covering sports and just being in that building. It's going to be something I miss, coming down in the afternoons to set up for sports when no one's there still, going down to the floor, crawling around underneath the bleachers, setting up everything. It's just a great atmosphere, and I'm going to miss the building. I'm going to enjoy the new building, the Convocation Center. Don't get me wrong, but come Saturday, it's going to be an emotional night for a lot of people.
Yeah, my favorite memory is actually not sports. I came down to Hammer Hall one Friday night, and it was open and everything. I just wanted to see what it was like. It was early on in my fall first-year semester here. And I got to walk around, just kind of, give myself a little personal tour of Hammer Hall, if you will, and just was able to just kind of soak it all in and enjoy and be like, wow, this is a really nice facility here at Cal U. And then I find out that the Convocation Center is being built, and I'm like, oh, well, that might be even better, too.
Do you have a favorite game you ever attended at Hamer Hall? One that stands out?
My first actually ever radio broadcast was with Josh Eachus, and it was the last year women's playoff game against IUP. And me and Josh were doing radio together, and that was when Brooke Williams surpassed Sarah McKinney for all-time career points here at Cal.
Will Moore, favorite game?
It's hard to pick just one. I've got nothing off the top of my head that stands out. I'm sorry. There's just so many different memories. They all kind of add together in just like a big cloud that is Hamer Hall in my head.
It does do that. I have a lot of my favorite Glenville State Cal Women's East Region Finals from 2004, year they won a national title. Standing room only in that gym. It's one of the few times I've ever seen it. But it was so loud, so electric in California, huge game. It was a big rivalry back in between those two teams, so that's the one that stands out for me. So first segment down here is getting back in the saddle here a little bit. It's tough for me, but you're close so far. I'll throw that out there for you gentlemen. Stick around. Second segment, regional topics.